muñecas, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing a new foundation. Well, it's a new foundation to me, but I was very curious about this foundation. It's the Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation. This foundation always shows up on my Instagram with an ad, and also a couple of you have been requesting for me to give you my opinion on this foundation. To be honest with you, I'm very curious. When you go into the website, let me go right back to it. This foundation has over 41,500 reviews and it has almost 5 stars. So that tells me that this is the highest rated foundation that I have ever seen, ever. Well, when you read the comments, they truly love it. Everyone thinks, although at least the 41,000 people plus think that this is the best foundation that they've ever tried. So I wanted to give it a try. I did purchase this foundation myself. I went into one of the kiosks. It was like an actual pretty big kiosk in a mall, and I picked it up. I paid $44 for it. And yeah, we're gonna see if this foundation is truly the best foundation ever out there, the highest rated foundation that I've ever tried. So if you're interested in knowing whether or not this foundation is that amazing, then just keep on watching. Stay with me. Alright, so I already moisturized my face. What I used today is the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Facial Oil. This is a facial oil basically, and I like to hydrate my skin every day, but especially if I'm going to try a new foundation because my skin is very dry. So that is what I went in with first. All right, so let me now show you the packaging where it comes. First of all, as you can see, we have the Il Makiage name over here. That's the brand. And then the name of the foundation, which is Woke Up Like This. Just the name alone tells me that I'm supposed to look like I just woke up like this, meaning it's a natural finish foundation. That's what I'm thinking, right? And the packaging is quite unique. It looks like a box for a perfume, right? That's what I think of when I see it, but it's very unique, simple, nothing crazy. Let me get it open. By the way, we're testing it in the tone 130. They have 50 different foundation shades. And this is what the foundation looks like. This is where it comes. Come on, camera. And that is the foundation packaging. I'm going to go ahead and read you what they're stating about the foundation. They have 50 shades, like I mentioned earlier, which to me, it's amazing. It's like the perfect amount of shades, and I love the range. Like if you see it on the website, the very light one, or the very first one, is very light. And then the very last one, where are you? Right here is very dark, and I did see it in person, and I love the gradient that they have. So I really like that. It's not overwhelming, like it's not too much, but we have just the right amount. They are stating that it's a lightweight texture. The foundation is buildable, medium to high coverage. It's a natural matte finish. They do have another one. I don't recall the name, but it is a very matte, and of course I went for the natural matte because I have dry skin. Then we have what they're saying, that it's an optically corrective powder. Don't know what that means. I'm assuming they have something that corrects within it. It's enriched with vitamin E for anti-aging benefits. And it has hyaluronic acid for hydration, protection, and filling wrinkles, which I love, okay? So then we have 100% cruelty-free, which I am super happy. So we're not hurting any little animals or nothing to test out this foundation. And for a long-lasting wear, pair with a primer or a setting spray. I did not put a primer on, so I am going to be putting a little bit of the Milk Hydro. Is it called gripping primer? Yep, grip primer. Guys, I'm out of breath today. I don't know why. Actually, I have been like that for a couple of days now. When I speak out loud, when I talk for a little while, I'm like, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm hoping, I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I already put a little bit of corrector underneath my eyes. So I'm just putting the primer right over the oil, just to help the longevity of the foundation. We have a pump. My preferred method of packaging, a pump or like a squeezy tube. Those are my favorites. And I forgot to mention, but it is glass. It's glass, and this feels like almost like a metal. I don't know. It might be plastic, but it's very strong. It brings 1 fluid ounce, which is standard for a foundation. But to be honest with you, when I saw the packaging, like the box, although I did see it in the store like this in the bottle, for some reason I was thinking, okay, it's pretty big. It's gonna be bigger than a standard size of foundation, but no, it's just 1 fluid ounce, and the price is $44, which is kind of expensive. But let's see if it actually does what it's saying that it does. Alright, so I blended the whole thing on this side with the sponge, and it looks very, very lightweight. I love the finish right now with the oil and everything. It looks very hydrating. It looks natural, but you can see that we can see a little bit of dewiness coming through, and I think that is due to the oil. But I can tell that the amount that I put on this side is not quite enough, because I don't feel like I put anything on my forehead yet. And on this side, we just have this tiny bit right here. So I utilized what I had here. So kind of like, I would say almost like a full pump I used for one side. Should have just used 1 pump on my hand or somewhere so that I could test it out better. But let's see. So I'm using another full pump, which I put here. And we're going to blend it out to see the coverage that we can get. That was very, very light, the coverage that we got. Alright, so now we have the full application. I love how it looks. I really, really love it. I know that it's just like a first impression because I just finished applying it. But as you can see right now, it looks super natural, super natural. I see a little bit of dewiness peeking through. And like I mentioned, I believe it's due to the oil because it is a semi-matte foundation or a natural matte finish. But I am loving it. My skin doesn't look dry. It's not accentuating. I can't speak. It's not accentuating any of my fine lines. My pores are not there. Are they? They are there a little bit, but they normally are there. Just a tad right here. I'm going to just finish off the rest of my makeup, and once I'm done with it, I will do a close-up so you guys can see it a little closer and see how it's looking. But for right now, I'm really, really liking it. The tone, by the way, the shade is perfect, in my opinion. You guys let me know how it looks on camera, but right now, face to face, in real life, by the way, this is a mirror, it's not a cell phone, it's perfect. I love the shade, love it. And yeah, let me just finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so my makeup is all complete. I really, really love everything, how it turned out, but it's a separate video in my Spanish channel, Glam by Panela. If you guys want to see it over there, you can see the application. Pretty much the entire face was using and testing new products. But as far as the foundation, I'm really liking how it's looking. This is a little closer than you guys saw earlier. I don't see that it's settling in any of my fine lines. I think that it looks beautiful right now, very natural, not super dewy. I added highlight, of course, so that's the shine that you see on my cheeks. But so far, I'm really liking it. We're going to see how it lasts throughout the day. And I will let you guys know, of course, it needs to last me throughout the day. It's kind of late, not going to lie. It's already 3 p.m. So I will probably keep until like 9 or 10 p.m. tonight. And I will let you know at the end of the day whether or not this foundation is really it. Let's see if all those 40,000 plus people were lying about this foundation. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. All right, I am back. I'm exhausted. I really, really want to go to sleep right now. It's 9:44 p.m. I'm seeing it from my computer, which is down here. I forgot my cell phone over there, but it's 9:44 p.m. So it's been a pretty long day. And the foundation, I did a little close-up on the camera, like it's a little bit closer, so I hope that you guys can see it right now. It looks intact, almost everywhere. The one part that I can see that I was eating Takis, so my nail is pretty red and disgusting right now. Right here on the edges of my mouth, I have little fine lines, like little expression lines, and foundation tends to settle in there. And this foundation was not an exception. I thought that it would be because at the beginning of the day that was not happening, but towards the end of the night it started happening. So I can kind of see it here, like settling. Not like crazy settling. I'm sure if I just go in with like a blender or something like that, yeah, definitely it fixes it. It looks much better. But right now I'm like, okay, it's a nice foundation, but is it like wow? Is it like the best foundation that I've ever tried? I don't know yet. I need to give it another go. I hope that you guys stay with me until a couple of seconds later. Alright, so I am back a week and a half after I started testing. I began filming the test of the foundation last Sunday, I believe. Yes, I'm pretty sure. And today is Wednesday, January 15th. You guys should be seeing this video tomorrow, Thursday, January 7th. I can't count. January 16th. But I decided to continue testing the foundation. I didn't want to come here in front of the camera and give you my final thoughts on the foundation. I didn't really feel comfortable with one day wear of the foundation. This foundation has a lot of amazing reviews. A lot of people saying great things about it, so I wanted to make sure that I gave it a fair one as well. So these are my thoughts. I have been wearing the foundation today since, I want to say, 6:45 in the morning. I had a very long day at work. I got home a little bit ago, not long ago, and it is already now 6:36 p.m. You guys can see that there. So I have been wearing it for over 12 hours. So I wanted to come in camera without touching it up or anything so that you guys can kind of get a feel on how the foundation looks after so many hours of wear. So as you can see right now, my foundation is there, semi there. I do have areas where it came off. Not sure if you can see it, but here on the mouth area, I would say more than anything, it kind of like wears off, like down here. I think from me touching it, eating it, and so forth, it's wearing off a little bit. But what I do really like about this foundation is that it doesn't matter how many hours I have it on, it doesn't look crusty. And that's like one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to foundations. I don't want my foundation to look cakey. I hate it when it settles into my fine lines. And I don't know, I just don't want it to look like I have old makeup on my face, if you know what I mean. So I love the fact that this foundation wears very nicely. It comes off, yeah, I'm not gonna say that it's a super long wear foundation. I want to say it's a regular, like 8-hour foundation that is gonna look flawless for about 7-8 hours, I would say. But you can continue wearing it throughout the day. Like, as you can see right now, almost 12 hours in, I look presentable. Yes. Do I need a touch-up? Yes. If I was going to go somewhere, I need a touch-up, especially underneath my eyes. Oh boy, I need help there. Yeah, I'm looking at myself in the monitor and I need help there. So it's not crispy. It doesn't look exactly the same as I applied it in the morning. However, this foundation really gets a 9 out of 10 on my book because of the fact that it wears so beautiful. Because it's such a natural wear foundation, you can not even see much of a difference when you're looking on my face. Like, I can see me with a mirror, super close-up mirror. I can see that it did wear off here a little bit. I can see it. But I don't think it's that visible for somebody else to see it unless you're trying to cover something up. Then I would say you really need to go in with a good concealer because this foundation will wear off. I would say if your skin is more on the oily side, then you are going to have to make sure that you really wear a nice primer, a good gripping primer, and you definitely set it in place with a powder and also with a setting spray. I would completely do that if I had oily skin, but because I don't do neither of the two sometimes. So I did not set it with powder or setting spray, and it still looks very nice. So my opinion on the foundation, it is worth the hype. So my dears, that's my review. That's my opinion. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you're able to find the value in me continue wearing it for a couple of days and not just come in here and give you guys a first impression. I think the first impressions can be a little misleading. I've done them myself. I'm guilty of them because in some cases after wearing the product for a couple of days, my opinion changes. Not gonna lie, so it could happen. So that is it, my loves. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you thumbs it up if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And also please let me know what content you would like to see next. 2020 is my year. I really want to make improvements to my channel. I want to focus a little bit more, especially on my English channel, which I know that I haven't been as focused. I am doing a little change in my lighting. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. I'm working on it. It's a trial and error for me because I suck. I suck when it comes to not technology, computers, but like cameras, lightings. I suck at that. I really suck at those things, but I'm trying my best. So again, let me know what you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Besitos. And I see you guys next time.